Bem-vindo a Sao Paulo, Brazil. I am again Chapasaurus Next here with my color commentator Clayface.
G'day.
And we are very excited. We got a couple of really awesome matches here coming up. We've got, as our first match, looks like it is between Jackson, who is from the wonderful country of Argentina, and Kaiser Rocks, who is from Uruguay, both South American boxers here. Clayface, is there really anything we know about these guys, or are these
Well,
the NHBL scene?
I mean, I personally scouted both of these guys. They're on the scene here today. They're both making their NHBL debut. We don't know too much about what they can actually do and what their skill set is like. I mean, these are two completely new guys who are really coming into this on a fresh head start here in the NHBL International Series. And man, what a fantastic way to start off your NHBL career while having the first event in South America. It is unbelievable. We're in Sao Paulo, guys. We are in Sao Paulo, Brazil. How crazy is that?
Oh, it's wonderful. I can smell it in the server, that wonderful South American air.
Yeah, look, to me, I think this is a fantastic event. All the guys from South America. We even have in the main event, we have a guy in Sao Paulo, Brazil, playing in the main event. Doesn't get any better than this.
And that is actually the second match of tonight. We've got Sir, a player from Argentina, versus Red Cell, who is in Brazil. And we were joking earlier before the camera started rolling that he must be like right down the street from the server or possibly in the same building, because we're not kidding. His ping is in the single digits here. His ping is at right now 10 milliseconds. So he's got to be like right next to that server, you know?
100%. It's talented. I think he's going to have one hell of an advantage. Unfortunately, Sir must be based in a very far part of Argentina because he's got 160 ping, so it's going to be a tough one for him. But hey, skills are a big thing in the NHBL. If you have the skill to win and the skill to compete, then you're good to go. And unfortunately, we do not know how these guys are going to stack up. We're going in just as blind as you guys tonight. However, I'm always looking to see how new talent goes in the NHBL. It's going to be fantastic. So the warm-up rounds are starting now, and Chop, those national anthems were fantastic, weren't they?
They really were. And it's awesome that they were like typing the lyrics in the chat. That's so cool.
Yeah. They were just screaming it. Understand? Yeah. they were just screaming it in the chat there, and man, it was a fantastic little two anthems going here. Chop. I don't know how good your Spanish is, man.
Yo necesito más palabras. Mi español está que me olvidé. Me olvidé.
They will must. Yeah.
Mucho de mí.
Don't worry, just fight.
Fight. Let's fight each other.
Vamos.
Okay.
Vamos, señores. Vamos.
Let's fight. Come on.
Okay, first official warm-up round. Here we go. All right, so yeah, these guys are starting their warm-up round now. Now this is interesting. We don't really know what to expect here. We got Jackson from Argentina, Kaiser Rocks from Uruguay. Yeah,
that's so cool. Jackson just earned the achievement for the first time you kill another boxer who's holding the cage. That is excellent.
So this means this is literally his first time.
Well, in a KGB boxing match, certainly. There's a possibility he could have been doing it with fists before, or with a different. That's fascinating, though, man. I forgot that achievement even existed. Vamos, señores, vamos. All right. Well, it looks like they're fairly cautious in these warm-up rounds. They hesitant to make initial contact, but pretty evenly matched after that. A lot of very tactical boxing. A lot of Looks like Kaiser Rocks may need some health here.
We're my good team. Yes.
Aha.
A word to my fellow commentators. I have a feeling this All Night is going to be difficult if they cannot first comprehend me and have not read the rule book, apparently.
Nah, just don't worry. That I think it's
We need a bit more Spanish is all we need.
6 out of 11 with broken rules. Let's go.
Just getting it going over here. This is the last warm-up round.
Round number 3. These they both look fairly tactical here. There's a lot of decent dodging going on. Swapping sides a bit, popping to different corners. They it looks like it'll be quite an interesting few rounds after this. All right, both coming out of their corners here, back into the middle. Kaiser Rocks again being a bit more aggressive, moving into Jackson's side, managing to trade those punches more in Jackson's corner. Looks like Kaiser Rocks is down that one punch there. Jackson has landed a triple. He's got a one-punch advantage, moving back into the center of the ring here, dodging in and out of contact. Looks like one punch left here for Jackson to get, and he has a critical miss there, but still a whole lot more dodging going on, and more whiffs. Oh, this is going on for quite a while. Down to the final punch on both. Kaiser Rocks manages to land that final punch there and make that count. Those are some critical misses there by Jackson.
Man, Kaiser Rocks, he was down by 2 punches, and he actually ended up coming back from that. Jackson just couldn't land that final blow. If I was Jackson, I should have pushed into that and actually continued to pressure when you had that one-hit advantage.
And the ding sounds, and both boxers stuck in their corners a little bit there. Kaiser Rocks pulling out the sandwich for just a second, but managing to get it put away. Looks like Jackson is remaining mostly in his corner, dodging in around that red side. Both managing to stay out of each other's range a bit. First contact is made. Punch trade on that side, Jackson's side. I believe Jackson has landed a second punch here, but they manages to even it up on Kaiser Rocks. He is down to the final punch there for Kaiser Rocks' health, dodging in and out of the middle here, and Jackson gets that final count right inside the NHBL ring and manages to take that round. It looks like we are tied up at 1.
That was a misfire on my part. I shouldn't have fired that shot, even though he pulled a weapon. That's not something you should do, but you did not use it, so that's not a penalty.
So we have no penalty. It is still 1-1. And we are off for round 3 here. Both boxers coming out of their corner. Again, Kaiser Rocks being a bit more aggressive, getting out into that middle here. Both whiff on their first punch attempt. A couple more whiffs here, dancing out inside that contact zone.
That's a penalty.
They're holding off a bit. What was your penalty?
Finish them out.
He did jump. That's fair.
Going. Keep going.
Vamos. It looks like they're holding up in their corners here. And continue the round, even though there is a penalty assessed for jumping on Kaiser Rocks. Jackson manages to land that first punch, whiffs on the second here. More punch trading. Kaiser Rocks still down by that 1. It looks like Jackson can finish it.
Whoa, nice little footwork there.
Mostly in his own corner here. Dodging sort of in the middle. Jackson not being very aggressive and manages to land that final punch and draw Kaiser Rocks into the attack zone.
Penalty on the blue heavy boxer. Second jump during the match. This will be treated with an extra point for the red heavy, since it's his second jump. So we are now 3-1 for Jackson.
Kaiser Rocks mentioning the pro move to unbind the jump and crouch buttons. Both boxers again being a bit touchy here. More on Jackson's side. Jackson landed that first punch. He's able to get that one punch advantage, being a bit more aggressive this time, dodging in and out, and really pressuring Kaiser Rocks to make all of those hits count after he got that first punch.
Yeah, I'm looking at Kaiser Rock's side as well. If you ever notice his ping, personally, I'm looking at the ping side of things as well. His ping goes from 40 to 102 in a matter of 5 seconds, or like 2 seconds. It's incredible. It just spikes a lot. He must have some really unstable connection, but I mean, he seems to be okay in terms of the lag. We haven't seen anything yet, but Jackson is looking fantastic. He's looking very suave. He's definitely been pretty hyped for this. I can tell you right now, he's been having the upper hand because he's getting into the ring first, and he's doing the more aggressive boxing. That's exactly what's going on here.
Understand the bell, you mean? Whoa.
He started a bit early there, it looks like.
Yeah, that's a warning. Don't do that again. You do that again, he gets a point.
All right, and Jackson getting off to an early start here. Kaiser Rocks again being a bit more aggressive, pushing more into Jackson's side of the ring. They trade punches for the first moment, or it looks like they may not have traded punches. It looks like Kaiser Rocks got that one punch advantage. It's so critical here. He's managed to get that one here, land both in a row. Jackson is down by a punch. Oh, it looks like he got a glancing blow there, and Kaiser Rocks looks like they are very even. Jackson down to his last punch, all the way back in Kaiser Rocks' corner, and Kaiser Rocks is able to make that final blow count.
Oh man, I mean Kaiser Rocks now, he's now bouncing back, and it's fantastic. He's actually using a tactic now because he had the full start penalty. He was in his corner for 2 seconds extra. Jackson came out of the other side a little faster, which has actually played well to his advantage. Now he's playing the more passive style, and now he's now gotten used to the aggression that Jackson is pursuing.
And both coming out of their corners here. Kaiser Rocks then being a little bit more aggressive, controlling more the center of the ring. Jackson dodging back and forth, seemingly taunting him to come back into his corner here. Both whiff on that first contact. They're still keeping a bit of distance there. And finally, a punch trade more on Jackson's side there. 2 punch trades. Looks like almost 3. Kaiser Rocks managing to get one more hit here. And Jackson is down to his final hit all the way back into the side corner here. And down to the final hit on both. And Jackson makes that last hit count. Whole lot of dodging there, in and out. That was a close round for both of them.
That was interesting. Kaiser Rocks actually backed him against the ropes. Jackson had his back against the ropes, and then the ropes that actually push you forward, and then so he must have got a bit of a push forward, and he leaped in and struck him with that final punch. Brutal stuff there.
And the sound of the bell, you may begin. That's your second false start. That's an extra point for Jackson, and you lose.
I didn't see him move from that corner, Spoga. Did he start out from the corner?
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder if there's a ping thing going on.
Well, I mean, if the referee is right there by the ringside, that's it. It's called.
Yeah, it's valid.
If they wanted to take it further, they could have, but there's no dispute or anything. So
yeah, that is valid. Well, in that case, this match ends on a technicality with Kaiser Rocks getting his second false start penalty of the round, and Jackson takes this match
6-2.
6-2, yeah.
It's unfortunate because Jackson won 2 rounds of pure technicality mistakes. He had a full start penalty, and he had a jumping penalty. It's a bad mistake, and bad luck. Yeah.
Fight. Come on.
Vamos. I don't know what that is in Portuguese. I only know it in Spanish. That 2-2, though, as we said, I think we were saying during the commercial, Red is looking pretty fierce with that Yeti skin and the tutu. That is, I feel like, an excellent costume. I wonder if that tutu is painted. Is it normally pink?
It's a funny looking tutu. Hey, goodness.
I know that's an older item.
The Yeti hat as well. The Yeti.
Yeah, the Yeti skin just makes it look like, a ballerina Yeti, and I would not want to face a ballerina Yeti in a boxing match. Let me tell you.
This is gonna be a fairly one-sided match. Ping, we got 5 ping from a guy based in Sao Paulo versus a guy based in somewhere in Argentina with 154. Yikes.
Yep. As we've said, Red is probably sitting physically next to the server. I'm pretty sure he can.
Blue, you mean?
Oh, well, no, Red is his name.
Yeah.
A complete oversight on our part. Why didn't we have him join the Red team? I cannot believe this. What a terrible organization. Anyway, it's looking pretty evenly matched here in these warm-up rounds. Both again, a whole lot of that moving boxing that's been going on. A lot of very careful movement.
It's very interesting. Sir's got 154 ping, yet Jackson's got 51 ping. Those are 2 guys from Argentina. I'm starting to believe that he's in a much different part of Argentina.
Argentina is a fairly large country, and you've got parts
but even if you're in a city, you would have better ping than a guy from the US. He's pretty much boxing with a guy from Southern America. southern US. I'm gonna go for Texas.
I am in a fairly large city, moron. I believe is what he's saying in chat.
Mission accomplished.
Yamada, it's full-ish, I think. Moron.
For a second.
Moron. I was reading that wrong.
By a second, he was calling someone a moron.
My mistake there. It's spelled exactly like the English word moron, but it's pronounced moron in Spanish. That is a great
what is that?
great name for a city.
I thought I was gonna have to pull some, staff disrespect penalty here.
My mistake there. My apologies, guys. Lo siento. And this round begins, this whole new match of boxers here, both being very cautious here in the beginning here. Dodging off to the one side is Sir. They're meeting back in the middle again. Sir trying each end. It looks almost as if Sir has not been able to land a single punch here. It looks like he's landed the one.
Keep going.
Vamos. He's a bit more here. Red's got a pretty significant punch advantage here. It's meant to be whittled down by Sir. He's down to his final punch, making everyone miss there, but Red manages to finish it out on that far side on his own corner.
Penalty from the blue boxer, Red the Yeti, for jumping. He will step with a warning, and since he won the round, he will not get a point. So we are back to 0-0.
All right, another beginning here. Totally fresh start, tied up at 0. Red manages to land that first punch here on Sir, dodging in and out inside the middle here. Both boxers missing significantly, quite a few punches here. Looks like Red maybe over-rotating every time he does. Sir down to just a couple of punches left on his health bar there. Manages to nearly even it out. Looks like they're pretty even. Sir down to that final punch, just that last one, right side to side here in that ring. And Red manages to land that final punch, drawing it out quite a bit. Looked like Red was kind of over-rotating.
It's interesting because majority of that round was actually competed in the international series circle that you see in the middle of the ring, the National Heavy Boxing League International Series logo. Most of the action was actually situated in that section. There wasn't enough outside movement, if I have to say so myself.
All right, popping out again into that center, circling right around that logo. Being very careful here, Red. Not really moving a whole lot, manages to land that first punch on Sir. He's down just by that one. Red being a bit more aggressive and popping in and landing more punches. It looks like Sir still down by just that one punch there. Dodging back into his own corner, now back to the center. Both really popping back and forth from inside that zone, being a bit more timid here, and Red manages to make that final punch count. It looks like we've had quite a few missed punches in these couple of rounds.
No, but the thing is, you can see that Sir is playing very slow and technical because of his ping, and he knows this because you can see how he's not actually throwing like crazy. He's trying to like stand back and wait for Red to push him, but it's because of his ping. I feel that's how I can justify that.
And starting off again back here into the ring, Sir being a little bit more aggressive. It looks like he's wobbling back and forth there, taunting, getting Red to try to come into his zone. It looks like they both whiff on that first punch there. Whiff again, manages to trade finally on the blue side. It looks like Red has got that one punch advantage, dodging in and out on that international ring. As Clayface said before, basically everything happening in the middle here. Sir down to that final bit of his health bar. See if he can land those two punches on Red and make it count. And he cannot. He pops right back into that zone, slams up against Red, and Red manages to finish him off with that last punch.
This probably has to be the most boxed in fight on the NHBL I've ever seen. They're not using the entire ring. They're almost using just the circle in the middle. It's insane. They have the entire ring to use, and they're only using like the middle section. Even if you notice this chop when they're pushing in now, look, Red is NHBL fist. He's even in a smaller circle now. What is going on here?
Yeah, it really is. They an even smaller contact zone there in the circle as Red takes that round. It's fascinating that they're really, sticking to that middle.
But let me just say, Red is absolutely cleaning up here. 4-0 over Sir. And I feel this is becoming a little bit unfair here due to the ping, but look,
Yes, Bogo is
nothing
pointing out
they can
that
do.
Sir's having some pretty significant lag spikes during the round. And we got a match point going here.
No.
Both again, or not
4-0.
quite yet. 4-0. Dodging in and out here in the center. Red moving to the opposite side of the ring. Sir is still having to compensate for that lag. It looks like he's having trouble landing. Still managing to get a punch advantage there. And Sir is down to that final health, and Red manages to make it.
Just bang, bang, and bang. He just comes in flying, lands every shot. I mean, you can clearly see there's a difference in this skill set, but the ping as well, and everything is playing out in Red Sal's favor right now.
A little bit of disrespect to Michael Bay there, and then Red and Sir coming out of their corners yet again. Match point possible for Red here in this round. Manages to land that first punch. Sir gets turned around a bit. 2 punches unanswered by Red. Looks like Sir finally manages to land that first one. They bounce off of the ropes there on each side, and then Sir gets the very first Borscht Belt achievement from his account. Red manages to take this match 6-0 on what appears to be just a dominant performance, but as well as a significant ping advantage.
Yeah, I mean, he absolutely clean sweeped him, and I have to say so myself. It was a fantastic. It was a clean sweep in the ring.
I misspoke there for a second. Red victorious on this 6-0 round.